When you wake up, your world is alright, but as soon as you eat something bloating. That's what I dealt with for months, and it was terrible. If you want to know how I cured my gut, watch this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and sub to the channel. Hi, my name is Ellie. As you might know from my intro, I've dealt 28 years with bulimia. Now I'm recovering. Thank God. I'm sharing these experiences, or all the experiences that I made here with you. When I became abstinent last year, for the first time in my life, I didn't care what others said about meals, how many meals I had to eat, what I had to eat. You know, I just ate what I could and I didn't throw it up. That was all the concept I had. And since we were in lockdown, I had the time just take my time. That is to say, when I ate something, which was pretty much the same every day, I had full grain bread, cream cheese and tomatoes, and sometimes even cheese on it. I ate one slice of it, sometimes two slices, and then I lay on the couch. It was terrible. It was so painful. I had a huge bloating. I will show you a picture of it. And it was just after breakfast, by the way. It was terrible. The bloating immediately starting as soon as I put something in my mouth. I really just lay on the couch all day. Sometimes I couldn't move. I think it was also because I didn't eat any sugar anymore. I also fought with terrible headache. First I thought maybe I could be lactose intolerant. So I switched my cheese from normal cheese to lactose-free cheese. But unfortunately, it didn't help at all. There was absolutely no effect. I talked to other women who were a little bit further in their recovery, and they told me they didn't have these side effects. Although they recommended to go and see a doctor, I couldn't go to a doctor. I felt like I had to be very grateful, and don't get me wrong, gratitude is really something that helps me to stay abstinent. It's really pivotal in my recovery. At the time I thought, you know, I had to be grateful. I couldn't go to a doctor and complain about how I felt. I was ill for such a long time. I abused my body for 28 years. I thought, you know, maybe it needs more time. What can I expect? But it became worse and worse, and food was just terrible. Whenever I thought about I had to eat something, it was really terrible. It became that terrible, really, that one day I thought, what is good about being abstinent if I feel so bad, and if eating is a disaster? And as soon as I realized what I was thinking, I realized I had to go and see a doctor, which I did, and from then on everything really improved. So my doctor is an internal specialist, but she tries to cure everything based on naturopathy. I think that combination was very good because on the one hand she studied that classic medicine, and on the other hand she is specialist on naturopathy. When I told her my story, she immediately said that it has to be something based on a food intolerance. So she took my blood and also told me to take some stool samples, which I did. When we talked about the results, she told me three things. On the one hand, I was intolerant to histamine. Histamine is in tomatoes, which I eat every day, in cheese, no matter whether it is lactose free or not, in avocados, in lentils. That was number one. That gave me the bloating. But we also found out that my pancreas was irritated due to my abuse that lasted for such a long time, and eating these huge portions of food and of sweets. My pancreas, which produces the enzymes to digest all these proteins, carbs and fats, was irritated because it produced so much of them that it was just irritated. I got some medicine for that. Found out due to my stool samples that in my gut I didn't have any lactobacillus. This lactobacillus is a bacteria, of course, that lives in the gut, and the gut has this microbiome, and there are many bacteria which help to digest, of course, the food, but also which, if it is balanced, if the microbiome is balanced, it keeps you healthy. You have a good immune system. So we worked on that, and it really became better immediately. Today it's still the way that I have to be careful with eating. If you think of now almost 1 year and these 28 years that I had, it takes time. I have to be patient, and if you're on the way to recovery or in recovery, I can just tell you it needs time, so be patient. But it really improved. And I once did a Insta story on my experience, and girls wrote that they were very thankful that I talked about that, because they feel ashamed going to a doctor and talk about the gut. I can just say do it. It helped me really a lot. By the way, all the medicine I got was based on naturopathy. She said there is no classic medicine for healing this. Everything that I got was what was missing naturally in my body, in fact. I hope that this video helped you a little bit and inspired you a little bit. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and sub to the channel. It helps me a lot. Thanks. Bye.